Temple of Literature, Hanoi, was built in 1070, the second year of King Lai Than Tong's reign, to worship the saints, monks of the Confucianism, and at the same time functioned as a royal school. From the outside, the entire complex of Temple of Literature, Hanoi, is surrounded by four walls built of large bricks, the most common architectural material of the post-Lim period, creating an ancient, dignified and nostalgic space. Inside the wall, the ancient architectural roofs hidden beneath the sumptuous leaves of the ancient trees bring to this place a completely different scene from the outside, creating a special attraction for visitors. Located in a huge campus, the interior of the temple is divided into 5 different areas, separated by walls built by ancient bricks. The Temple of Literature and the Imperial Academy is still the house of a great number of typical cultural activities, such as scientific seminars, specialised exhibitions, ceremonies of the excellent graduates from university and institutes, or the annual book fairs. Due to its long history and cultural depth, in May 2012, the Temple of Literature was recognised by the Prime Minister as a special national monument. It has always been a fascinating cultural tourist destination, attracting a large number of domestic and international tourists to visit and explore Vietnamese culture and history. A rare example of well-preserved traditional Vietnamese architecture, the Temple of Literature honours Vietnam's finest scholars. Founded in 1070 by Emperor Ly Than Tong, the attractive complex is dedicated to Confucius and was the site of Vietnam's first university in 1076. The altars are popular with students praying for good grades, while the pagodas, ponds and gardens of the 5 courtyards make picturesque backdrops for student graduation photos. It is depicted on the 100,000 dong note. Originally, university admission was exclusively for those born of noble families, but after 1442 it became more egalitarian. Gifted students from all over the nation headed to Hanoi to study the principles of Confucianism, literature and poetry. In 1484, Emperor Ly Than Tong ordered that stelae be erected to record the names, places of birth and achievements of exceptional scholars. 82 of the 116 stelae still remain standing, mostly atop turtle statues. Paths lead from the imposing tiered gateway on Pi Quoc to Quam through formal gardens to the Cuvan Pavilion, constructed in 1802. This ancient Confucian sanctuary is now considered one of Hanoi's finest historical and cultural sites. The ever-special architectural style of Van Mai dates back to the 11th century, invoking an inspiration of classical creativeness among many of us, one of the tourists remarked. Just take a look into the art of architecture, you will share the feeling. The temple is based on Confucius' birthplace at Quafu in the Chinese province of Shandong. It consists of 5 courtyards lined out in order. Entrance to the first, via the impressive twin-tiered Hanoi gate, leads to 3 pathways that run through the length of the complex. The centre path was reserved for the king only. The one to his left is administrative mandarins and the one to the right for military mandarins. The first 2 courtyards are peaceful havens of ancient trees and well-trimmed lawns where the scholars could relax away from the bustle of the city outside the thick stone walls. Entrance to the 3rd courtyard is through the dominating Hu Van Quat constellation of literature, a large pavilion built in 1802. Central to this courtyard is the Tying Quin Ting, a well of heavenly clarity, either side of which stand 2 great halls which house the treasures of the temple. There are 82 stone steles. Another 34 are believed to have been lost over the years. They sit upon stone tortoises and are inscribed with the names and birthplaces of 1,306 men who were awarded doctorates from the triennial examinations held here at the Quoc du Guam between 1484 and 1780, when the capital was moved to Hue. The 4th courtyard is bordered on either side by great pavilions which once contained altars of 72 of Confucius' greatest students, but which now contain offices, a gift shop and a small museum which contains inkwells, pens, books and personal artifacts belonging to some of the students that have studied here through the years. At the far end of the courtyard is the altar with statues of Confucius and his 4 closest disciples. The 5th courtyard contained the Quoc du Guam, Vietnam's first university, founded in 1076, but this was destroyed by French bombing in 1947.